Right. Hello. Welcome, Speed Gaming viewers, Super Metroid, Baby Metroid. No spoilers. What's going on? Uh, we got our favorite types of races, co-op. We have Team Vileplumes, as you can see on the left, versus Team Green Boomerang Fan Club. I'm a fan of both teams, so expect some shenanigans. Joining me on commentary, by the way, today is Plumps. Welcome on in. How's it
Hey,
going?
Sophie, glad to be coming with you again.
So, what do you think? Like, okay, tell us about about this week's special.
I literally had to play some seeds myself and do a bit of studying, make sure I was ready for this. So, basically, the logic this week, consider it as it's almost the same as week 5. Because remember back in week 5, we had Major Minor with Boss Rando. But now, we've got Area Rando thrown on top of that. So, Area Rando, I actually posted a link in chat earlier because I feel like some viewers may get confused already as the runners start playing. Area Rando, some of the doors get turned into portals. And it's going to be the same doors in every seed. So you'll know which places are going to transport you to a random location. As you see the runners moving and you see doors that are flashing that normally aren't the flashing doors, those will be the indicated portals. And basically, all those portals can lead to any other of the purple circles or portals on the Super Metroid map. And it's on both sides as well. So, long story short, you could be transported anywhere once you get to one of those portals. So it just completely messes up the game. Like, these are for really strong runners, but I mean, if we get a really trolly seed, I think everyone's going to be having a hard time with it.
Yeah, what's rough sometimes is there are areas in the game that you can only access like through one entrance. So that entrance, like for example, Crate's Lair, there's only one way that you can enter Crate's Lair because there's no way to backdoor it. So depending on how deep Crate's Lair might be, it could be quite a difficult set of rooms to find. Now there have been some modifications to these seeds where they've removed some gates or they made some doors accessible from the get-go, just so that the logic can force the runners to finish these seeds out. Another thing to make note is that the runners won't have to go really out of their way, like in full randos, to search every item. So maybe, hopefully, like you don't see any of the runners doing like some really out of the way checks that you normally would see, in like your typical major minor split. So what I do want to point out while we're down here is there is a randomized area over to the left here that I feel like maybe some runners are going to try to go for, just to get some knowledge, about the potential area that could be to the left here as we see Zeb enter. Okay. So yeah, just having knowledge that you can enter Meridia at the bottom here, or behind Morph, is good to know.
Yeah, I mean, just the area swap just really shuffles up a lot of strategies. I've seen, I mean, I just played a seed where you actually need to traverse Meridia without high jump, which you normally wouldn't think is in logic, what was in logic for a particular seed. And, I mean, the runners, I mean, they have to use just a lot of brain power, that's for sure. And the co-op makes it really interesting, too. So yeah, they can help each other, and that even gives it a lot of strategy, right? Because do they want to, like, how close do they want to go together, right? If they split apart, they can cover more ground, but it might make one of the runners lose, like, possibly more time going the wrong way.
Yeah, it'd be up to every single individual runner to see how they want to split all that, handling all that knowledge. Now, how do you feel like it's important to kind of get, if you see a shining door, you go through it, would you follow through with it, or would you try to keep it in mind that there's more to do over on this side, but just having general, unless you can't,
It really depends. I mean, in a way, the strategy is kind of like route rando. If like you have a route rando, I guess, hub where there are multiple options, I mean, this is where you really need to just have a really like internal map of the area. And we actually see Leno's going to make a detour to Gauntlet, which is interesting. There could be an useful item up here. But yeah, I think for sure, at the very least, you want to get as much info as possible from the beginning. And keep in mind as well where those major items are. Because I'd say, at the very least, I mean, you still need Varia and Gravity for sure. So even though the areas are shuffled, the locations, the logic for items in each location is still the exact same. So for example, like Varia and Gravity can only be at their usual spots, and so on.
Right. What I do think that maybe some, like,
We're
if
gonna see
you're,
another portal here.
oh yeah, coming up. Let's see what Al ends up finding. Oh, it's gonna be such a brain scramble. This might be. It's not a green Brent star.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, Al found Green Brinstar, I believe, going down, because this normally goes to Red Tower. There's also actually another portal to the right toward the wrecked ship, because the wrecked ship. So I guess a couple of the other interesting areas would be wrecked ship, because even though there are two exits, one of the exits is the long way through Forgotten Highway, and that area is kind of rough to travel, I believe, if you don't have either high jump or gravity. And then there's also the lower Norfair, which also has two portals. But if you were to enter from the right, the reverse direction, going up Amphitheater becomes really difficult coming from the right. Again, if you don't have gravity, because of all the acid there.
Ooh, Leno ended up finding a Norfair entrance. Upper Norfair. I don't know how the Hell Run's logic works for these.
Yeah, I see. I don't 100% know, but I think based on what I've seen from the items, I would assume it's the same logic. But then again, I saw that seed where it was 4 suitless Meridia without high jump, so it could be different. Yeah. Okay, looks like Tracy says for E-Tank logic is the same.
Okay. All right then. So it very well could be that Leno. I mean, Zeb's gonna find out for himself right now. But Leno could have made this if he felt safe. Obviously, doesn't really feel the need to play it that risky. And I guess starting off, honestly, what you're scouting for is just info on areas. If you can clear out an area as quickly as possible, and just kind of give your partner that feedback as someone else, like clears out. Like right now, Al's gonna be cleaning out Pink Brinstar. It looks like Zeb's gonna make the play here to just go ahead and jump in. Leno's gonna follow suit. That's a really good powerbomb play, by the way, for Zeb.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Of course, really risky being here, but I kind of do like how each team is kind of adapting a similar strategy of covering ground. We can see Shy Guy also knows Metroid OST, and Canadian Owl are doing the accessible, at least the easy checks, since Green and Pink Brinstar are one entire area. And Zeb's gonna see if he can pick up something, possibly in Bulb Mountain. Unfortunately for him, at least to his knowledge, it's just the Bulb Mountain items are accessible because Croc is, again, one of those dead ends. So the door to Croc's room, we're not sure where that leads.
Yeah, it could be a big play, but obviously not necessary. Be good to have info on seeing because yeah, Croc's door is also randomized, by the way. So that's something to make note of. Al and Shy Guy should be coming, I guess, kind of like at a fork right now, or at least they're gonna have to pick one of two paths, depending, if they're accessible, because they can check going down Green Hill Zone. The door at the top here that Al's probably gonna check right now is
Yeah, you see
randomized.
that platform is added there. It's one of those little shit. Oh, we found G4.
Oh.
Okay, that's pretty useful, yeah. Because,
Yeah.
of course, complete the game, the G4 door is locked in a dead end. So, at least the runners have to find how to get there once they finish.
Yeah, so mapping that in and keeping in mind where G4 is pretty much like super important. You'll see that Shy Guy's gonna find it eventually after he picks up the major item here at the wave
And good
gate.
for Leno getting that gate glitch. Because, and it's just, wow, that's just further into, that's probably not what you want to see. Because with his low E-tanks, not only is it not feasible to do the reverse Cathedral run, he doesn't have the items to get through Speedway as well. So this is pretty much a dead end for them right now.
Yeah, if Leno... I mean, Zep could Crystal Flash to get to the other side too, so he can make that work. Leno's going to have a tougher time unless he finds another Power Bomb pack, which I would hope so, because it'd be a shame to have to back out of this area right now. I didn't get to see what Al found at the very... I guess it was not accessible, however, at the very bottom of Green Hill Zone. I don't know if you happen to catch it.
Yeah, no, I missed that too. I would assume it's not something he wants to go, at least right now.
Yeah, so far, there's nothing really that either runner has found. Obviously, just Spring Ball down in Brinstar for Owl and Shy Guy.
Oh, okay. Leno found Croc.
Ooh.
In the portal right before the lava dive. Since we actually saw the other side of the lava dive room. So I guess it looks like it was swapped. It's pretty interesting. Croc's door and the lava dive room were just swapped 1-to-1. And yeah, those graphic bugs tend to appear because of the swapping.
Okay, Shy Guy also found the way, but he didn't go through to fully check it, and I'm wondering why. Because it's the door that leads to the Forgotten Highway elevator to take down.
I assume probably not, just because of not feeding Dragons. I believe it's a dead end before Dragon's down.
I guess that makes sense, yeah. I mean, it would be tough to have to go down the toilet.
Yeah. But yeah, with I was gonna say, like, even though Croc was found, we know Croc is a dead end. So that door that Al just went through across the moat had to be something pretty important. And he does find the red tower. So at the very least, he's gonna have access to two items, the X-ray and the Spazer beam. And as well to the right, I believe he has access to 2 more portals at the Norfair elevator.
Yeah. If he wants, he could also dip into Meridia, or at least that door there as well.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Although getting up there without high jump is quite tricky. Would have to would do a really short springboard jump. Finding early plasma is always good though.
Bust over there at the Norfair Reserve for Zeb. Lendo's gonna farm up. He's gonna want to do this because he doesn't know what's behind Croc. And I assume that he'll end up taking a save as well.
Yeah, and chat mentioning saving. Saving is even though you do have the knowledge of your teammate to help you, it's definitely really important to save in case you somehow get stuck in a bad situation or go into a flashing door without thinking. So they actually even added a few save stations, I believe, next to a couple of the portals.
Yeah, one of them's in the crab shaft over in Meridia, the room right before that, the big snail room that is. They added one there. I remember they added another one somewhere else. I just can't think of it right now.
It might be Lower Norfair. I'm not positive either. All right, Zeb's finding the Lower Norfair entrance, and he knows that's not somewhere he wants to be right now. Ooh, that's big for Owl. Well, and Zeb.
Yeah.
Since Owl's obviously going to tell Zeb where that Vari suit is.
Imagine if he didn't tell him. He's kind of kept it to himself. Because Owl's that type of like troll. So he would probably keep it to himself. No, I'm just kidding. That's a huge find. That depending if Shy Guy goes down, which I would assume that he would, because he's gonna want the info on these on where these doors at the bottom lead.
Yeah, so far the seed has actually been kind of linear, so it hasn't really been that bad in terms of where the runners know where they need to go. Meanwhile, I think Al found the portal to Kraid's area, but again, this is still Boss Rando as well, so this is not guaranteed to be Kraid.
Okay, so Shy Guy just picked up his Varia, and Al making the very important decision to save here, because you still treat these as boss rando seeds. Want to save before every boss door, because it's kind of risky. For Owl, I feel like the most dangerous situation right now would be running into Dragon. And obviously, like, Ridley, he can... I mean, yeah, it would suck to run into Ridley because there's no way he can kill him right now. Yep, and that's a reset.
Yeah. Well, the good news for Ridley is they just need more ammo. Although it's actually, it actually is possible that Ridley has progression. Because out of the portals we have seen the entrance to Lower Norfair. So that would largely require a gravity suit or a high jump boots to get through. Of course, if one of these runners can execute the high jumpless lava dive, that might could possibly save him some time there.
So, yeah, Shy Guy's gonna end up finding out. I'm pretty sure Shy Guy ended up saving. Al still has another area check here that he can dip into. It looks like Zeb's gonna try to find out what's over behind the moat.
That's the where Owl went. That's the red tower.
Oh.
So he's just following the footsteps. Although I don't remember where Grapple was, so this will be harder. But he gets to CWJ.
Wow, that was first try too. Nice job, Zeb.
Now finding a wreck ship too. That's pretty important. Especially if this is... I think this is likely to be vanilla Fantoon. Just because we're kind of running out of portals and locations for progression here. It could be Fantoon, it could even be a Kraid. to unlock that crate E-tank that was passed by.
So what I would imagine Zeb to do is to follow behind Owl and try to take Fantoon first, because obviously there's nothing that, or he could head up Red Tower too. I forgot they don't know what's up there.
That is true. Yeah, there's that one additional portal. I didn't forget about that one. Yeah, because this will be a complete dead end if Fantoon. Actually, the worst case of it, Dragon is here at Wreck Ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Kraid. Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, Owl could, after killing Kraid, he could dip back down to the floor below, or to the door below, leading over to Ridley. Also excellent deboosting right there for Zeb. Okay. Because Owl can make the check over to Kraid E-Tank and see what item he finds there. That's a major item.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think anyone has seen that portal at the top of the tower. But if that's inaccessible, then either Kraid's E-Tank or Ridley's item is going to have some type of progression.
It would be kind of interesting, though, to see if Ridley holds something, like seeing that Ridley early, just because of their ammo count right now. I want to see it, obviously, so see how that fares for them. Zeb's not going up, though. Zeb is...
Yeah, you could be thinking that... Well, we'll see, because he also has the two options. I mean, at the very least...
He gets a boss out of the way.
Yeah, he can go kill Kraid, even if it is a decent there and back. Ooh, high jump. Okay, that's important. Because now we do have access into Lower Norfair.
Mm-hmm. So Al can make the choice to backtrack to the Lower Norfair, at least to the Gravitron room, to try to lava dive. Makes it much easier. Or head up Red Tower and see. We've still yet to see what happens there. Shy Guy ended up killing Kraid, so I imagine, or this, as I've mentioned, this might not necessarily be. Oh,
it's just right here. Okay, well it doesn't add anything since they already had access to this place. It does give him a few more checks since they never did the business center checks. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I suspect Owl will. Okay, where's? I think the play is likely to go down to Lower Norfair. They know that the boss in Lower Norfair will be Fantoon or Dragon. Fantoon obviously easily killable, and a player, I believe, at least Owl has the grapple beam.
Yeah.
So he should be able to do the grapple escape even if it's not logic.
What is kind of tough? Okay, yeah. So he is gonna go up here. Might as well. I was gonna suggest this play, because if anything, if it turns out to be inaccessible, which I don't really think it would be, Zeb can honestly just kind of catch up with Al at this point, and they can just hold hands and head to their next location.
Yeah, it's impossible to, suggest what would be the most efficient routing or play for, especially when it's co-op. So, I don't blame them for the decisions they're making. Yeah,
no, not at all. In fact, maybe even Shy Guy might.
I forgot there is a portal up here as well, the Meridia backdoor. Okay, that leads to that's not going to be anything that anyone would want to go to. So at least
right, this is also another change.
and Owl will probably go up the elevator to this other portal.
Rando's gonna go ahead and also try to kill Huck right now. Ooh, Shy Guy's gonna head down though, the elevator, and see what we can get access to, because Leno wasn't able to make it over to this side, because they just didn't have the E-tanks for it, and Zeb ended up finding another route through, so it
meanwhile,
didn't feel worth.
Owl found the top of Meridia from the door next to it. So interestingly, I was actually going to commit to this. We have not seen the bottom, the very entrance, the top entrance, the top door of the entrance, bottom entrance of Meridia, where that leads. And he does have logical access to the Mama Turtle location, so I guess he will check this. It is possible that gravity is here. So that's pretty much the most important item they're looking for right now.
Is this the route that you had to take like without high jump? Like coming from
the way that the Meridia was forced was I had to go. I was transported to the bottom of Meridia and just had to walk horizontally right.
Oh, right.
Where the gate normally is to the other portal, drop down to the other portal.
Yeah.
So no like vertical movement.
So you might see Owl try to check either one of those. Maybe he'll try to exit Meridia like the normal way, because it's just in the way. Pretty much, you kind of like fall into the door.
Yeah, like that door, we don't know where it goes, as well as the door going to the right. Actually, no, we know where that door is. We saw the entrance to the other. We saw the other entrance. Never mind. So it's only this bottom
that'd be
door
a shortcut.
Yeah.
And it's here. Okay, so I mean, Owl could follow through and check the rest of the items here, like Shy Guy's doing. Oh, another thing to point out that Shy Guy might be trying to go for right now is the back door into Lower Norfair. No, but wait, they saw that exit, right? Oh, this is gonna be like
no, I don't. We have not seen the portal that leads to back door Lower Norfair yet.
I thought that's the hack run that Zeb did. I think I just remembered that.
Well, no, that was the exit.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, not the actual not the other side where they would want to go. Yeah, the only access we have to Lower Norfair right now is the forward, the lava dive, which is in logic. So, I mean, I would imagine at least one of these runners would eventually. I mean, in my opinion, I think I haven't seen any other way of progression. I feel like that might actually just be forced at this point.
Yeah, unless Bubble Mountain happens to have something for whatever reason. Because they've only checked Bubble Mountain items without Varia, so.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we found anything of note in Business Center or at Bubble Mountain so far.
Is Zeb gonna try to go for it? I think he is, which could be big, and it could be like what you were saying. Could be Ridley is hiding progression.
Yeah, that's true too, because it's boss rando. Yeah, ice or speed, it's possible for those to not be required. But I'd still say the majority of the seeds you need to pick up one of those items.
Or, yeah, I think he's just trying to farm up some ammo. Expect to see Zeb supering and missiling and then trying to finish up with power bombs, or maybe start off with power bombs.
Yeah,
Just because
with his ammo, it's gonna be a pretty tight fight because he has. Let's see, he only has 5 regular missiles, or sorry, 5 supers of regular missile ammo. So he's gonna need the majority of his power bombs to make up for his missile damage, the missing missile damage.
Right.
He's gonna have to get the double hits, which I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get. It looks like
Al just snoping out.
bother with Croc. Okay.
I think he's trying to remember the lava dive, like the actual.
Yeah, and Zeb is okay. He's going for it. Good power bomb hit so far. Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, the team, the Vileplumes, I don't believe saw the Croc items yet. So I will just sign and check those first.
Zeb handling this really, really well. Each powerbomb hit dealing 200. So essentially, yeah, close to what like powerbomb and a half.
Yeah, 3 power bombs are equal to 2, or double hit. Each 3 power bomb double hit equals 2 supers, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's why it's important to try to get those double hits. Zeb should be fine though at this point.
He's got 1 super of leeway. He can miss 1 super here. Oh, that's hit the tail. Come on, left pogo.
That's it. Yeah.
I think he should be fine.
Yeah, he's good. There's the setup. So good job to Zeb. Not
yeah, especially with no gravity.
Part.
Ridley does a lot of damage without a gravity suit.
Okay, so Shy Guy just found the Graviton room, so this is going to be also important. And Zeb found bombs behind Ridley. So not what he wanted to see, but that's 2 bosses down.
Yeah, definitely good to have this boss down. Bombs not really going to be anything important in terms of progression. So it looks like Shy Guy is making the intended play here into Lower Norfair. And I actually think at this point that we need to see either a gravity suit or Fantoon at Ridley's area. I'm almost certain that's gonna be Fantoon down here.
Shy Guy does have Spring Ball, so you can get out of the screw attack area right now. As soon as he gets this gate glitch, nice job.
Just an E-Tank and GT. They're gonna reset. Took a save up there. And Al is he's going. He knows where the portal to Lower Norfair is as well. He's going to be following Try Guy's route here.
Oh, Zeb is making a really important play here, which I'm pretty sure he can do. Trying to Forgotten Highway.
Yeah, going west to east is way easier, or at least always possible. I believe you mentioned we did see at least one of the portals to Forgotten Highway, but you said it's a portal, the southern one next to the Meridia elevator. I remember you making a comment on that. Yeah, so that means we have not seen the portal. The northern portal of that door.
Leno is actually looking really good on ammo though. With 25 supers, I really like that loadout from.
Yeah, ammo count a lot more forgiving for Leno. Still good idea to use most of your power bombs early if you can. I mean, whenever you have less than 30 super missiles, it's you're nervous when you're fighting Ridley. Oh, it's Zeb.
Oh.
Okay, Zeb did find the backdoor entrance. Okay. So in this case, I guess he's gonna have a slightly easier time. Also knowing that the GT item was nothing important, meaning that he can just clear this boss the back doorway.
Right. Like he can just check Firefly since he's already there. And then kind of make his decision how he wants to exit. Like what would be most convenient. Although he still does want to be careful because an E-tank would bail him out here, but we are still looking for gravity. But
yeah, I'm not sure how many E-tanks or reserves he has. Okay, it's just an E-tank.
Yeah, that Shy Guy picked up just now too.
Yeah. A nice springboard jump from Al getting out of GT. So it has to be
behind this boss. Maybe
it has to be Fantoon, I think. Just by logic.
I would think Fantoon at the end of Lower Norfolk here, and then Zeb could go back into a wrecked ship.
Yeah, that's actually, well, again, I don't know how hard it is to go from right to left Forgotten Highway, even with those islands. You don't have gravity. I think high jump can do it, but in any case, they're gonna have good knowledge of a direct route to wreck your ship after taking down Fantoon.
Right. Like I hope Zeb or either one of them do go wreck ship from here. And, you know, assuming it is possible, I would hope that that's the case. Or obviously, like if gravity happens to be behind. Oh, it can't be. Yeah, it can't be Dragon, right? Because it's not gonna force you to grapple jump out.
Yeah, it's either. Well, I mean, gravity's either in the ship, or it could still be at Bot Wound if we find the ice beam.
That would be nightmarish to try to get back to. And see Shy Guy dip his toes right now into this boss.
Yeah, so Shy Guy's been the first one, and it is indeed the spooky ghost.
Then I imagine then that Shy Guy is definitely going to exit that direction because he came through there. Or excuse me, he came through the lava dive entrance, and he doesn't know what the exit leads to. Okay. I guess Zeb just wants to farm for the sake of farming. In case it's well, no, yeah, it's just farming.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe he could have thought there's either wanted to sink the battle or think it was a slight chance it was Dragon.
Yeah, just
But
like on
yeah,
the
we knew
off
that it
chance.
was. Yeah, that it was. I think at this point we've seen everything, and this had to be Fantoon.
And I could understand that, like just having that slight doubt, having Owl go in first would make sense because he does have a way to get out with grapple. Whereas Zev still does not have.
So Shy Guy's gonna be the first to take down Fantoon. Now, I don't believe his team has the knowledge of the route to Forgotten Highway.
No.
But in any case, I imagine he will at least check that door. I don't.
Yeah, he will have to.
Yeah.
He has to.
Actually, yeah, you're right. That makes sense. Yeah, because I mentioned, the amphitheater. You can't go reverse with the acid there. Okay, so in a way, they were actually pigeonholed into taking that Forgotten Highway route to ship. Oh, you can? Even without gravity? I assumed it was impossible without gravity.
How would you get up? Can't be wall jumping. Wait, can you same side wall jump?
Okay, well that's interesting to know. Certainly not something I would imagine would be in logic, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Okay, that's interesting to know. Then I'm glad I kind of learned that today.
I guess it would be just like.
Yeah, surprisingly, I mean, with a lot of the bosses, well, 3 of the bosses taken down, we're still missing quite a lot of items, like not just gravity. So we will see what we find here in the wrecked ship. As I mean, we noticed that some of the runners are still checking locations, given that we've kind of skipped / not seen charge and again so many other locations. They might choose to go ammo mode instead of charge.
I think that's what that's kind of what Shy Guy was trying to do, but he's not. I would imagine then that there's just not enough supers to really kind of signal that this is going to be a supers heavy seed. There's not really any reason to try to go for it.
Yeah. I mean, he has 30. He just could have been picky enough for Ridley. I'm not sure how much more ammo he plans to grab here. Yeah, Dragon is going to be vanilla.
Now, what would be most unfortunate would be having the requirement of grapple to get up to Mount Everest, because I don't think they've checked the crab shaft door, right? I don't think we've seen any door that leads.
Okay, well, no more issues about that. I was trying to remember exactly. I thought someone checked it.
Oh,
but
gravity.
Okay, it's a moot point. We found the gravity.
Yeah.
That's going to be virtual go mode. Actually, no. They do logically need speed and ice, yeah, because we know where the back door is, but you still need. But because Dragon is vanilla, they will need to find speed or ice or do the CF clip.
Yeah,
Which is honestly quite likely. Again, given how we're missing so many item locations, that speed or ice is somewhere in ship. Oh, he's checking ammo still.
it could be a very, very stacked ship. It could be charge and ice and speed booster.
Yeah, if they go ammo mode, it could be. Oh well, okay. There's charged. Oh,
Charge,
no
so
more ammo mode. That's
I need to worry
that's
about
a great
that.
pickup.
And again, I still don't think they have any knowledge on where you know, the way into Aqueduct. I don't think they've seen that. And my only guess would probably be like Meridia's all connected, maybe?
Yeah, it could be a vanilla door. I know that vanilla doors are definitely possible.
Yeah, they've happened. They've happened before in my place. Oh, Zeb's gonna end up skipping the rest of this. I believe he's gonna leave that to Owl, maybe.
Yeah, we're down to a few locations for ice or speed. I mean, speed can't even be here. In fact, this location is a, I mean, I don't want to say unnecessary check, but this is not a location that can be part of the progression. Yeah, it's just a EP tank. We're down to gravity and Jack Tool and Sand Pit, I think. Bombs were behind Ridley, I think. They were behind a boss, yeah.
Zeb might actually just want to Crystal Flash clip.
Yeah, Al remembering that he's already taken down the boss in this ship, so he's gonna do his wreck ship checks now. So yeah, given how if this location that Shy Guy is about to, the gravity suit location is not anything, not speed or ice, it might really be a good idea for Al and Zeb to just go for the CF clip into bot wound. Since the portal is at the aqueduct, that means the back of okay, well there's ice beam. That's nice. But I was gonna say, yeah, the back of Bot Wound and Dragon and the hallway before are all in one area.
So this automatically makes Metroid rooms faster for a team GBFC. Sounds like a really delicious sandwich. And since Zeb, oh nice. So Zeb should be saving here to set up for that. Yeah, Team Vileplumes is not going to find ice at all whatsoever. Leno's going to try to go for it, unless he doesn't feel the need to as well, but I wouldn't see why not. You know, if he could just skip the rest of the rep ship, ignore everything else, and just book it to the gravity location.
Yeah, it depends on how comfortable the runners are in doing CF clip. Zeb in a good situation just because he's already taken down Ridley. So yeah, he just needs to, and once he gets to clip, he's just going to be in go mode. And I guess as we're approaching the end of the seed, Vileplumes are in a good spot because the two runners are about pretty close to each other, while I'd say a Shy Guy Leno is somewhat behind his teammate right now. I mean, again, just kind of how the seed played out. Shy Guy, it looked like Shy Guy was the one to take the route that found all the progression he needed.
Leno will get pooped out to take out this Phantom right now. He's gonna be left with one boss afterwards, and then he can get his gravity and ice beam after that. It will be a matter to see like how fast they can get that done. Wave beam for Zeb.
That was a good pickup. Makes Smother Brain fight just a bit faster. But yeah, this is definitely Vileplumes' race to lose right now. So like interestingly, what decides the winner is actually average time. So the order in which the runners finish actually, like, I mean, obviously it has a bearing, right? If two runners both finish first, then they would automatically win. But if that's not the case, the winner is still undecided because it is dependent on how fast they take. Each runner takes to finish. If that wasn't confusing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's how the co-op races have been handled the entire season. I don't doubt that we're just suddenly gonna like switch it up right now. But yeah, always good to know that's how the winners are decided.
Yeah, but so yeah, as long as if Zeb finishes first, as long as Owl doesn't finish in last place, then their team will automatically get the win because math.
Owl does have to get there, and Shy Guy's in a good position, pretty much a little bit ahead of Owl.
Yeah, Shy Guy's got the ice beam, which we'll save him some time. We'll see how fast Owl gets the CF clip, and we have vanilla space jump. That's cool.
It's gonna be really good for movement.
Yeah, I mean no speed booster, so moving through these rooms just a little bit easier with that. Al wants to check these minor locations, maybe for more power bombs. Could possibly not be as comfortable. Oh, and there are power bombs. That's actually really nice.
Yeah, I was saying more attempts.
Maybe he's not positive that he's gonna get the CF clip on his first couple attempts here.
I guess anything beats a reset, honestly. He did save, right? Maybe he didn't. Just confident they will, but just wanted more attempts.
And Zeb is I kind of like this from Zeb. I believe we saw the Forgotten Highway portal does lead to. I mean, I've already completely forgotten. I know it's somewhere in Brinstar that's going to be close to the G4 portal where it needs to be, taking the Forgotten Highway route exit.
Right.
Or sorry, not Forgotten, like the elevator right before Forgotten Highway.
I do like that the power bomb, the first power bomb of the Crystal Flash clip, does slow it down, so you can get your timing right. There we go. Nice job.
Nice job.
Both of them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is Zeb knew exactly where to go. This is right next to G4.
Really, really good. Good job of their tracking there. Shy Guy is already done with Dragon. Should be heading over to a G4 from here on out. I imagine taking the same route too.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Shy Guy's gonna be, I guess, kind of close to Zeb. Ice Beam will save him some time. But it's really gonna come down to Owl versus Leno. And right now, Owl's again got a pretty significant lead.
Yeah, I was pretty much
Just
right
because he's
outside.
already like right in front of Dragon. While Leno either has to make the trek and do the CF clip or spend the time to grab the Ice Beam.
Yeah, and at any point, like either runner, just because of how weird it could feel, I guess running an area rando with boss randomization included, either I don't know if I don't know how risky exactly Zeb or Al would end up playing this out. Maybe they would just safety save, so that they don't risk a death, because I think saves in boss randos are just overall important. Always something that you must do to ensure that
Meaning
you
like for Mother Brain?
Yeah, so for Mother Brain, like we know that that Zeb and Owl honestly do have a pretty comfy lead, but I don't know just how comfy Owl is with dealing with Mother Brain right now. Should he like take a death? Not that I'm expecting him to die, but
yeah, no, I would I like that I kind of agree with you there that you don't want to like let down your teammate, or right, if you take a death and haven't saved like 30-40 minutes since, then your team will probably just lose. Although I mean, I imagine like with the amount of tanks they have, with how many like they have charge away plasma, I think it's just more likely that they just don't go for something like stand up.
yeah,
But like not save. I don't really see any possible way that they die.
yeah, no, they're stacked on the energy.
But I mean, I would never disagree or say that saving is wrong. But I wouldn't expect the stand up in this case, especially without X-ray. Well, I mean, actually no, Zeb just doesn't have enough tanks. I don't have enough tanks. Actually, no, Owl has enough.
Oh, does
Zeb's stream's kind of glitched right now.
he like teleported to the intro. Looks like the intro Mother Brain fight right now. At least we can hear what's going on. Doesn't sound like a soft lock. Sounds like a progression. That is the most trippy rise of Mother Brain I've seen.
Right, Leno did go pick up Ice Beam, so he's now in go mode. But as I said, it's a pretty big gap between he and Owl. So unless something really weird happens here, Vileplumes should close us out.
So we'll be. I I think one of the most tense moments, like you feel tense when like you felt behind like the entire run, you know, and you don't know what's gonna happen. But I think in co-op, that intense feeling of like, you know, the dot done, like who's gonna dot done first, you really start feeling that when you see the other teammate dot done as well, and you're still yet to finish because you don't know where their other teammate might be, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it'd just be kind of
I
funny
mean, in a
to
way,
know
I
what they
imagine
feel.
though, if I were playing, I would feel slightly less pressure, just because first of all, I mean, I'm talking with the teammate, and how it's not like just one, just because one person finishes doesn't mean the race is decided. So I would just try to be focused on just finishing as fast as I could.
Yep. Go. Yeah, still has quite a bit to go. Good CF right there for Shy Guy. Doesn't really need to worry about ammo since he does have charge, and I really don't see the situation of him locking. It's a really good mother brain fight right there for Zeb.
Yeah, honestly, even with co-op, this time is this is a really good time. I mean, it's boss Rando and air Rando on top of that can just like physically make the routing right a lot more, having to travel through a lot more rooms just because of just where the portals land. So this is honestly a really impressive time by Zeb.
Yeah, I think the only annoying part was how stingy the seed was at the beginning, because it was just kind of leave them hanging with like very little important items to progress. It, you know, everything was hidden pretty much right behind Van Toon, who was in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, I think for the runner's benefit, the seed was thankfully not too confusing or trolly in terms of the portals. So it wasn't, they just had to do a couple of backtracks to find the items they needed. Like varying gravity, not particularly out of the way locations for them.
Shy Guy will be going for a stand-up glitch here. Anything to save time.
Yeah, well, Zev's about to finish, so Shy Guy may have already seen the dot done. So he knows his team is under a lot more pressure now to finish before Owl. And Zeb's going to finish in first place with official time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 57 seconds. GG.
GG to Zeb.
And as you said, the race is not over. But just as long as Owl finishes before Leno, their team will take the victory here. Looks like Shia with a nice stand-up. Just needed a couple of hyper beams for Mother Brain 3.
Since Al also had the energy to stand up, he's might as well just go for it.
That's a setup. Let's hope that something crazy doesn't happen to him in his stand-up.
I think often what you can do to try to play it as safe as you can is get obviously to save time you can get grabbed by the baby much earlier.
Yeah.
And then right before you're finished getting your entire health refilled, just back off, just back away, just so that you don't accidentally get your baby stuck on a leg. It's not even a phrase, that's like, it should be a phrase, but...
Alright, we have Shy Guy, aka Metroid MST, is going to finish second one to finish in this race, first on his team, with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 27 seconds. As we see the item scroll up, we've never found the speed booster. You know that, and X-ray, I think.
Yeah, no.
Speed booster was okay at the sand pit, so that was accessible too. X-ray at waterway, so that was speed locked.
Yeah, and it didn't really make sense for either player to check those. Because they were out of the way checks and fairly slow given what they needed to, like if they were gonna grab gravity at wreck ship, it's most likely that they would have cleared wreck ship anyway. And if they were comfortable enough with crystal flash clipping.
Yeah, actually, I even now I realize that it was Sandpit and Shack Tool are actually really inconvenient because they're both one-way streets, and there's a portal between Everest and Aqueduct, so they would have to take a really long. I don't even know how long that loop would take to get back to where the Aqueduct is. So the only like remotely reasonable item to detour to take would be like going up, going to attic to grab the ice beam.
Right.
So yeah, it definitely made sense of what Zeb and Canadian now both decided just straight go for the CF clip, not bother with checks. Okay, I guess. All right, I forgot the portals, but looks like Chad has corrected me. There was at least in this seat, there's an easier way or a fast enough way to get there. All right, Al is going to finish up. He finishes with the official time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 47 seconds. GG.
GG.
That is going to be the match win for the Vileplumes.
Yeah, Leno was super close. Also, joining us in right now, Team Vileplumes, the winning team. Welcome in. Good game to the both of you.
Thank you.
GG, guys. Yeah.
GG, thanks.
So, what was learn me just so that I can steal your strats? I'm just kidding. No, what was your mindset going into this race? What were you thinking of doing?
Zeb had the idea of diverging as much as possible.
Yeah, basically get as much coverage as you can.
I like how, actually, as a commentator, I was kind of glad that the seed was actually not that unforgiving, because it's hard enough for me to even commentate, let alone play area Rando on top of boss Rando. So I mean, and you're saying diverging, but the seed ended up being again straightforward enough that you guys ended up kind of just be on the same path once you found like most of the progression. So that was kind of amusing.
Yeah, I felt like the seed was pretty linear. Like Norfair was a complete bust. You just had to, I don't know, like there. I guess it felt like there was an obvious path to go down, and like you kind of had to follow that obvious path, and then you just kind of get everything you needed to beat the game. So I didn't feel like there was as much room for like routing differences making time up in this one as there could have been, which I was pretty happy about.
Yeah, I think all the runners didn't really have too much trouble with the seed. It was some pretty clean play for everyone. Just you guys, I think, were a little more efficient in getting to a point where you didn't really have to diverge. You're on, like you said, the linear path, while Leno, I think, lagged a bit behind his teammate. And that kind of just was the time difference there. And also, Zeb, I think you saved some time too, taking down Ridley first with barely enough ammo.
Yeah, I was thinking about I wanted to do Ridley the first time I went to Kraid's Lair, but I was one missile pack short of having enough ammo. And even if I had exactly enough ammo, that's a really rough fight. Like, you need to double hit every power bomb. That's just not fun. You can't miss a single super or even a single missile. So when I went back there, I had like, I don't know, something like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 supers of leeway. So I thought that was enough to take down Ridley.
Yeah, that was a pretty good. I figured that because Al found Varya first, right? And then that's what I was imagining. Like, since you have the knowledge that that Ridley's already down there, and so is Varya, you would take out Kraid first, and then you try to, hopefully, like, if the seed was permitting, after getting Varya, you would take out Ridley and try to go from there. But
yeah,
you had the whole ammo situation. There wasn't a lot of supers, unless you like happen to just go way out of your way. But that's definitely not worth it, especially considering that this is major minor split. So you're only gonna go for that, and hopefully, you'd find a charge as well.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky with where charge was. We would have been in a little bit of trouble if it hadn't have been there. Because most of the remaining locations are pretty rough to go to. Like, Botwoon's not too bad, Dragon's not bad, but like the rest of the locations are kind of out of the way. So
yeah, the seed kind of worked out because Leno and Shy Guy, at least Shy Guy was the first to. He was on similar pace, but I'm pretty sure he just didn't want to have the CF, so he went up to Attic to grab Ice Beam, but that of course is a pretty decent time sink there, or having to go all the way to the gravity suit. And the other locations, I mean, progression could possibly have also been at Shack Tool, and that's something that you almost never want to do.
Yeah, for sure. Speed was also at left sandpit, I think, so that wouldn't have been too bad if you checked it because of the door that warps you back around to Aqueduct. But you don't, like, you might check a bunch of other stuff before you check that location, so we wanted to kind of avoid the trolley stuff, just Crystal Flash Clip, not worry about it.
Yeah, overall, like, really, really good routing. I liked how you finished up Dragon and then just knew exactly to book it. Like, the exact route to head over to G4 as quickly as possible.
That was because of Owl. Owl has the tracker up and everything. And he told me, just leave, like, through Forgotten Highway, and that gets you to Brinstar, and then the Torian's right there. So it was nice to have him having the tracker up.
Yeah, I know. We were definitely commenting on just having to remember where all the portals go. I mean, that's not even enough to like know the game well enough to even be like, all right, what's the fastest way to where I know the G4 door is. So that was a good management by you too.
We have Leno just finished for his team, finishing with a time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 44 seconds. So GG to Green Boomerang Fan Club as well. Reminder to follow all 4 runners. We have Zeb and Owl on the left side, and then Lenofis and Shy Guy on the right. And they have another. Are you both going to be doing the? I don't think I've seen the schedule, but you're both going to continue to do the remaining race for this week, or are you planning on switching out?
Zeb is subbing out for Nevdi.
Okay.
Okay, that should be pretty interesting also.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Nefty doesn't screw it up, but I don't know.
I might have to.
He'll
turn
find a
him
way,
punch.
probably.
Yeah, I will keep him in mind.
It's a good thing. You don't want to let that boy run rampant, honestly. So welcome in, Leno. Actually, right now.
GG, Leno.
joining us.
Hello. Hello. You heckin' night owls, you nocturnal creatures of the night. How dare you be. Okay, yeah, this was the GG, guys.
It's not even nighttime yet.
Yeah, you're right. It's 6 o'clock. It's not nighttime.
Yeah,
So
it's
if I had to guess, based on finish times, you guys Crystal Flash clipped to Bot 2 and Dragon.
Yes.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, I had a feeling. We kind of figured that once the time started rolling in. Did you guys happen to find? Oh, I mean, obviously you didn't find speed then. I have the results coming up on my screen now.
He
So,
left Sandpit, but-
and I was gonna check that too. I got talked out of it.
Oh,
'cause-
the self-sabotage.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously you guys on Restream saw it, but I went out of my way to go pick up Spring Ball because I was intending to go check left sand pit just in case it was ice or speed, because that would have been our go mode because we knew it was Dragon at that point. Little did we know. That's okay.
So what was it that Shy Guy said to convince you, to persuade you or talk you out of checking that location?
Well, he pointed out that it was going to be out of logic, which is correct. It would not have been in logic, so it wouldn't have really been the right play, if you, so to speak. So I just decided, okay, let's go with the item chain that we have. Let's just keep exploring what we can. And I don't remember if I had already killed Ridley at that point, or if I had to go back and do that afterwards. It's already kind of a haze now.
Yeah, I think that was pretty early. I remember seeing you. This is the part where you made it early dive into Meridia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went left. I saw Aqueduct and the what was it? Aqueduct and Lava Dive. Was that the 2 doors to the left? Aqueduct.
Yeah.
No, Aqueduct and exit of Lower Norfer. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
You're talking about in Criteria?
Oh man. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and initially I was thinking, okay, I've only got 2 tanks. Nothing up here is in logic. And it turns out MST did check them after the fact. They're all energy tanks. So I actually could have checked all of it and been fine.
Well, that's what I did. I had 2 tanks on reserve, and I did that. And so I found all the energy tank and the 2 reserves at Buffalo Mountain. So.
So after that, I took the Croc door, found Lava Dive, head back right, went towards Lava Dive door, found Croc, checked out Croc. Croc had Spazer and E-Tank. It was nothing, so I just reset out of that and then followed him. because I had to try and make the suitless play last as long as I could just to get the intel. Did we have to come all the way down here? Is this required? Sorry, folks. Don't bet on Croc today.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I thought that Croc was gonna have something, but I think was it Owl?
I thought so too.
And you both checked, and it was completely useless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll check it.
It would have been really nice if Varia had been there, because that would have been a great play. Okay, let's get this out of here. Let's get towards Business Center, and do whatever else.
If I knew Sephi was coming today, I would have gotten the Spazer.
Well, you didn't, but I guess it's the thought that counts, so that sucks. I guess in an alternate dimension, that is really bad. I'm just kidding. It's interesting that you mentioned logic, though, because isn't there the potential that the logic could take you somewhere like way, way, way out? Like have you backtrack so far back.
Well, you talked
yeah.
about logic
Yeah, I mean-
with the Norfair Hell runs. I knew that they were technically in logic because Owl had found more E-tanks elsewhere. So I knew that there were enough E-tanks available.
Yeah,
So that's
because Brinstar Reserve was an E-tank. There was another E-tank down at the charge beam. Yeah, so everything was probably in logic. I just didn't want to do it with my just 2 tanks. I even skipped the 1 reserve that I saw. I don't remember where that. Oh, that's right. That was at Gauntlet. That's right. That was at Gauntlet. Thanks, Gauntlet. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Finding Screw Attack at Morph Ball pretty much said go to Gauntlet, and then finding the 1 energy tank at Bomb Terizo, that solidified the Gauntlet play, at least in my eyes, and didn't really pay out because it was just a reserve tank, a power bomb, and a super. Oh, by the way, where are the supers in this seed? I finished with 25. I could not find supers to save my life this seed.
I think I finished with 35. Honestly.
I had 25.
Yeah, they weren't there. This was just regular Metroid, not even Super Metroid. Now the thing is that I feel like it's a very valid play to dip into Gauntlet, getting Screw Attack incredibly early, because anything could help you. I feel. With everything being so scattered.
It was a major location. Even another energy tank would have potentially helped. Obviously, something that wasn't a reserve tank would have been better ultimately, but it is what it is. When we race later this week, we'll probably start with Speed Booster, Power Bombs, and Morph Ball, and let's make the 0 tank Gauntlet play. That sounds like a great solution, doesn't it?
Yeah, speaking of getting that early Screw Attack, I felt like that kind of made me worry because I was like, oh, where are the first power bombs going to be? But then we got them right away, and it's like, okay, thank God.
Yeah, the seed I played, just my personal, power bombs were late. So that's, for you guys, at least, if you get power bombs, you're able at least to check the meme route portal early, which is good info there.
I wasn't planning on checking that, but then we got the Screw Attack. And Screw Attack makes the giant side hoppers a lot easier to deal with. Because it's kind of like difficult to check that if there's like a heated room behind there, which I think that ended up being a heated room. No, it was Meridia. If there's a heated room behind there and you have to turn around, then you're faced with this giant side hoppers once again. Like, that can be a little bit rough. But screw it, it's not as bad.
I think with
So I guess I have more tech I have to learn before Friday. I gotta learn Crystal Flash Clip to Batoon.
It pays off. It definitely saved Zeb and Owl a lot of time. It's also really not too bad.
Did you guys get your charge beam?
Yes.
Because it seemed like it might have been a little out of the way for you. Okay. It wasn't a decent spot, but it's possible you guys might have skipped it. I figured I'd ask.
We checked it right after Gravity. After getting Gravity at the E-Tank location.
Okay.
So.
And then you guys obviously wouldn't have gone in full clear of the rest of the wreck ship then. So Ice Beam was at the gravity location tonight.
Yep.
All right. I mean, overall, I felt pretty good about our routing specifically because there were decent branches, but they were kind of way on the other ends of the planet. So there was a lot of checking back and forth. And I think you guys might agree with me here that you could cover a lot of ground really quickly with the way this particular layout was tonight.
Yeah, I think that we
Maybe?
covered most of the majors. Like the only ones that we didn't check were Top of Wreck Ship, Meridia Reserve, Shack Tool, Plasma, I think. I'm not sure if there was anything else that we didn't check. But...
Yeah, that's actually something that made me worry early, was that relatively early grapple, like, oh, here comes Shack Tool, you know what's gonna happen.
I was
glad
thinking
we
that
never ended up going that way though.
I was thinking Sulas Meridia, where Gravity was gonna be at Thought Woon with that grapple. But...
And that's something I was potentially thinking about doing too with my spring ball play. Like, okay, I can do Suitless Meridia. It's not a problem. It's probably even in logic. But then there was just too much other things, too much other stuff still that you could potentially do. So I ended up getting talked out of it, and I'm kind of glad I did because it probably would have led to nothing.
Yeah, it is tough. You have someone else that you're playing with.
Yep.
If Suitless Meridia were a thing, it would have played a bigger factor. Considering Zeb, you just never picked it up, huh?
Yep, I never picked up the grapple. If I needed it, I knew where it was, so I figured it was fine. And we didn't end up needing it, so I got lucky in that way.
Yeah, a lot of it paid off. Yeah, also no spring ball too, so that was another thing. But that didn't happen. Things worked out in the end for your team. So
yeah,
GG.
If we had found ice before we found that gravity, I would have really been thinking about that Suitless with the bot we need to watch it. But I'm glad that we didn't, because I might have ended up doing something stupid because of it.
Yeah, I guess the boss placement for this one kind of helped decide that too, just because of Fantoon is in a dumb spot. Ridley at Kraid, Dragon Bean Vanilla. I mean, yeah, because you couldn't check their boss items and their area so easily, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with this.
If Ice had been outside of Wreck Ship, I'm not sure what I would have done, but I would have strongly considered at least full Suitless, and just not worrying about getting gravity. Yeah. Because it was where it was, I didn't have to think about that, so that's good. Sometimes those fun plays aren't quite as fast as just doing the right plays.
I kind of want to see some Suitless Meridia, like deep Suitless Meridia, when we play again next week.
I won't be doing it. It'll be I'll end up instead. But...
Yep.
You'll have a better chance.
I want to see all. I want all the Suitless Meridia. Give me high jump, give me spring ball, give me ice beam, give me grapple right away, and I'll just swim my way to victory. Swim.
All right, you heard it, admins. Roll it out. Produce it and present it. Just kidding. If only they could do that. Yeah, you'll never know. Honestly,
I don't know who runs the bot. It's up to that person.
I know Nevdi also really likes Suitless, so he would be down.
Oh yeah. Either way, I'm gonna have fun on Friday. I know MST will. Owl, Nevdi, I'm sure you guys will. I'm looking forward to Friday. I mean, we're already out of it, but you know what? We're still gonna have fun, and we're gonna play spoiler. So we're coming for you guys. You better watch out. No.
Them words.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why you guys are what, 10-1 right now,
10-3.
11-1,
We lost
something
both
like
of
that.
our races to Shack Tool's digging game last week, so only 10-3.
Winning against Asher is impossible unless he's drunk or confused.
Yeah, and
See,
I
that's
played
why I
Ozzy,
wanted Azure
who's
to sign up.
also
Oh,
insane.
Ozzy's a monster. Yep, he's an absolute monster. He's a rando monster.
Either
That's
way,
also
good
why I
luck on the
wanted
next
Azure
one.
to sign up. Oh, thank you. That's kind of why I wanted Azure to sign up in my place for tonight, just to get a little bit of head game action going on here. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
He's very busy with another thing.
Yes. After the Echoes tournament finals today, I'm also a little exhausted.
Okay, I gotta go because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry too. So, head out now.
So yeah,
All right.
Peace,
Well,
everyone.
thanks for joining. Thanks for the
Yep.
race. Just last reminder: give them a follow. All 4 of them. This was the first race for both teams. You have another one coming up. I guess you said Friday, correct?
Friday at 7.
Yep, Friday night. Yep.
So be on the lookout for that.
And thanks to our trackers too. We actually have 2 tractors helping us out today. Since it's a
Mhm.
4-way race. So never something that's easy. You have double the people here.
Yeah, thank you, 2D Tones and Scupula, for all of that. Thank you,
And
Plums, for joining me on commentary.
also follow these comms, Sephi and Plumps. I hear they're terrific people. They're probably pretty good. You should follow them.
On the other hand,
Give him
don't
some
follow
love.
Sephi.
On the other hand, I hope you lose your next race. Just kidding. I'm joking. I really don't. You're all the best, though. Good race. I can't wait for the next one. Stay tuned. Be on the lookout. Follow Speed Gaming. We got all your Rando League action going on. But other than that, continue to have a good and even better day. We have more tomorrow.
Yep.
So see ya.
Thanks for watching.